All right, so if you guys watched the last video, you guys know that I effectively incapacitated two vehicles. One far worse than the other, being this one. So this one I tried to murder with a rod knock. I think I just spun a bearing, but updates on that later. That's a different video. This is not that video. The reason it is not is because I have a sneaking suspicion what I did with the step van was just absolutely flood the shit out of it, and it pulled a lot more fuel than I was expecting out of the gate. Because I got it a fuel source, as you guys saw. If not, go back and watch the video, or don't. So I got clean fuel to it, and I think it started pulling really quick, because by the time I had cranked it like 3 times, I smelled fuel. And it didn't want to start. And the fuel bowl, the glass fuel bowl that's super cool, was completely full. I don't think it had enough cold cranking amps. Yeah. And I say that because when I was watching the spark, it was really slow. It was like spark on the number 6 cylinder furthest back, this one, every second and a half. So it was like, it wasn't actually wanting to do anything, which is a problem because I want to hear this thing idle. But right now we're going to figure out if I truly messed it up, because we're going to get some actual cranking amps in the thing and see if it's actually going to want to start. Okay, moment of truth. And I know I've said that about 15 times in the last couple videos about this thing, but this is a moment of truth because this will determine essentially whether or not I have to start doing the 1-part flip around hoedown, where you pull the ignition coil and see if the new one just sucks. Bad example because we're getting spark. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know. Here we go. Give it one pump, because it's really pulling fuel. Okay, so I'm smelling fuel. Well, ether. God, I sprayed a lot of starter fluid in this thing. Come on. Maybe if I just pray. Come on. Just do the thing. Do the thing. All right. So it doesn't want to. Here's a suspicion that I have. That backfire in the last video may have blown some shit out of the carburetor. So, I don't know. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. All that clean oil, it's just a lot to pull through. Damn it. It's still hooked up. It's still hooked up. Jwah. Got plenty of oil. I just wanted to show that for proof, because the case with the GMC was that I didn't do that, and then I started it and revved the piss out of it, and then it spun a bearing because I'm an idiot. Honest mistake as opposed to a dishonest mistake. Doesn't matter. Alright. What the hell am I doing here? I don't know what I did. Right about now is where you guys should start yelling at me in the comments like, it's obviously this, and you're stupid, but fix this and it'll start right up. I don't know why I think everyone in my comments is like a 55-year-old retired, circle track engine builder. And that's what all of them sound like to me. I'm just kidding. I'm sure there's some weird ones out there. That's wet. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna, yeah, you get it. This fan was like so absolutely unbelievably mint, and I had to go and put new parts on it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Gosh. There's something weird going on here. And I'm really trying to avoid pulling that carb because it's a single barrel updraft carburetor. And I barely know anything about regular carburetors. He says when his desk looks like this. Which doesn't really mean I know anything, but I did rebuild that quad, just saying. Video evidence of that. Also on my channel. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm doing something. Wasn't I? Yeah. That's what it was. Got it. Figured it out. All by myself. Maybe I should do this kind of stuff as a live stream so that you guys can be like, you were just talking about this, you imbecile. Pretty confused right now. I've checked the firing order multiple times now. It's getting spark. I've forced it to get fuel. Let me check the plugs, or I'll pull a plug really quick, I guess. You know what? Let's see here. Ugh. Man, those boots were on there tight. Those spark plugs are pretty gross. Look pretty widely gapped too. These are pretty gross spark plugs. These are pretty gross. I wonder if I have any. That's number one. I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, that's pretty gross. I don't know why. Maybe I just torched these spark plugs then. I'm not sure. If I ever said that like I knew what I was doing, I was lying. I'm gonna go see if I have spark plugs that actually fit this. I have some old ones out of the 85 that I cleaned up that are in decent shape that will probably give this thing better spark. And I'm gonna get a gap tester and you know, see what they want, because I'm getting spark to the plug, a decent spark. So I don't know, maybe I just burnt up the plugs. I don't know. But it should at least be trying to turn over. I mean, at least be trying to, you know, ignite. Oof. I'm gonna do that a couple times. So I don't have these spark plugs. And the more I look at these, the more I'm like, okay, maybe, maybe not so much. Good news, West Bay is coming through again, as they usually do. I'm not sure if I should actually say their name. Should I bleep that? I don't know how that works. The place down the road is definitely coming through. Good auto parts store, I've trusted them for long. Wow, I almost just got in the truck to go to, man, I'm sad now. That's a bummer. I'm so excited to drive this thing. He says when he can't even get it started. I'm excited though. New plug should, you know what? Confidence back up. New plugs, this thing will be, man, I've had a lot of coffee today. All right, I'll get back with you guys when I actually have spark plugs. And you guys will get to see if the thing actually starts. Yay. Those plugs were really dirty. Do I think that's the problem? No, not entirely. Am I hoping that's the problem? Do I have faith it's gonna start with new plugs in it? Yes. So I'm gonna run 40. and see where that gets us. I think some clean plugs in this thing. It's game over. This thing's gonna start and run. Oh God, I hope. Look at it in all its glory. Ignore that. That doesn't matter. It's beautiful. I love this thing. Oh! Ooh, that tips. Who forgot? I did. Jeez. I just had a damn heart attack. We got a thing going on. When you're working on something this old, you're required to listen to old music, and that's just a law. Okay, maybe that was not good to go. So yeah, you're required to listen to old music. That's just a fact. You don't like it, you know, get over it. Unfortunately, this is the last chance for the day because I have to go to work and I got kind of a late start and I had to drop a puppy off because she was a lunatic and would not allow me to wrench on stuff in her presence. So yeah, now I have Smokey Robinson's Cruisin' and Billy Paul's Me and Mrs. Jones, which is an amazing song. If you haven't listened to any of that older stuff like that, which I'm sure if you're watching me work on a 1960s step band, you have seen that stuff, or heard that stuff rather. Yeah, these are all pretty gross. Actually, let's check the gap in these bad boys. Yeah, it's a factory gap, 0.035. Alright, let's do this. Come on. Come on, step van. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. I've never really understood where that reference comes from. Come on. Starter fluid. I don't know what's going on. You can only put the rotor on one way. You can only put the cap on one way. I put the spark plugs on. All I did well, that's not true. The cap you can put on it. Anyways, I've triple checked that stuff. And it is not wanting to turn on. It's not wanting to frickin' ignite. I do not understand, even in the slightest. Well, the clutch works. That's cool. So, we are at an impasse. I do not know what I have done. Alright guys. Sorry to leave you on such a brutal cliffhanger like that, but put the new plugs in. Something else is wrong. Throw your suggestions in the comments if you feel. I got some thinking to do. I'm gonna ponder that, but in the meantime, I'm gonna clear this area out, get that block to the machine shop for new cam bearings, because I don't have the tool for that right now. And I'm gonna take both the cranks that I have to get that machined. I'm gonna pull the truck in. We're rolling on some projects now finally. And once I figure out that goofy little issue, then the step van will be running and we can start working on brakes and actually getting that thing rolling under its own power. The clutch does work. The clutch engages and it looks great. It looks great just sitting there. That's why you get cool, interesting old stuff, is so when it sits there, people are still like, whoa, you got a bunch of shit. But that's it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you've liked, commented, or subscribed, thank you for that as well. If not, you should get on that. Like I said, take it easy. Thanks for watching, and happy holidays from me and the step van. Even though I broke her, and she's probably very mad at me. Either way, peace, guys.